Most photographers will want to invest in one of the best mirrorless cameras to help them hone their craft. Since mirrorless cameras burst onto the market, they have fast overtaken the older DSLR format and offer several advantages for amateur and professional photographers alike. As the name suggests, mirrorless cameras do not use a mirror to capture images, enabling them to be smaller, more lightweight, and faster than their DSLR counterparts. There are three main sensor types available on mirrorless cameras. Professional photographers are likely to favor full-frame sensors as they provide the highest image quality, but they can be very expensive. Whereas hobbyists may get on just fine with a crop sensor APS-C or Micro Four Thirds camera, and they tend to be considerably cheaper. We have listed the best mirrorless camera for 2024 and their key features you need to consider this to help you choose the best one for you. For more information on the product, as always, I've included a link in the description box down below, which are updated with the best prices on each product. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to stay tuned till the end so you don't miss anything. Now let's get started. Number 5. Canon EOS R7. The Canon EOS R7 is like one of the camera giant's full-frame EOS R cameras, only with a smaller APS-C sensor. For the price, it's impressively powerful, particularly if you're a fan of shooting wildlife or sports scenes. That's because it boasts 15 fps speeds, or 30 fps if you switch to the electronic shutter. Our tests found that the EOS R7 can indeed hit these speeds, though you don't get the deep buffers found on full-frame siblings like the EOS R6, so it can't sustain those speeds for quite as long. Beyond rattling off frames of speeding animals, the EOS R7 offers comfortable handling, Canon's latest subject tracking autofocus system, and dual USB card slots, making it a camera that will also tempt pro EOS R series fans as a second body. The only downside? Canon has so far only made 2 native lenses for the EOS R7's APS-C sensor. More should be en route though, and you can always mount existing RF lenses or adapt older EF lenses from Canon's DSLRs while you wait. As with the R10, Canon says the 32.5 MP CMOS sensor at the heart of the EOS R7 is not the same as one used before. It strikes us as unlikely that Canon is committing a lot of money to designing entirely new front-side illuminated sensors at this point, leading us to speculate that the new version is a variation of the existing design, perhaps manufactured on a newer production line that allows finer fabrication of the sensor circuitry. Number 4. Panasonic Lumix S5 EOD. The Panasonic Lumix S5 EOD is a worthy successor to one of our favorite video cameras, the S5. Like the S5 EOD is ticketed as a hybrid, but video is where it excels. In our tests, we found it 6K/30 footage rich and detailed, with wide dynamic range. Its video chops are bolstered by 10-bit recording across almost all resolutions, plus the ability to record uncropped footage using the sensor's full 3:2 aspect ratio, useful for cropping content. We also found it sturdy yet comfortable to handle during testing. Happily, its compact design doesn't compromise the physical controls. The S5 EOD is Panasonic's first mirrorless camera with phase detection AF for video. Combined with effective image stabilization, we found it produces sharp, stable video even when shooting handheld, although the 1.5x crop on 4K/60 video is a shame. The Panasonic Lumix GH6 is a more travel-friendly video powerhouse with a Micro Four Thirds sensor, while serious videographers will be drawn by the Lumix S5 IX. Nevertheless, the S5 EOD is a fantastic full-frame hybrid for high-quality video. Number 3. Sony A7R V. At 61 MP, the Sony A7R V has the same class-leading resolution as the A7R IV before it. But thanks to a new sensor and powerful Bian's XR processing engine, our review found that the A7RV is a better camera overall. Paired with high-quality optics and up to 8 stops of image stabilization, we found it capable of capturing outstanding detail. We found image quality to be excellent when shooting detailed subjects, making the A7RV a fantastic choice for landscape or studio pros. In our tests, its A-powered real-time recognition AF wasn't foolproof, but it could reliably lock onto a range of subjects, working particularly well with people, even in wider scenes. Its articulating touchscreen provides useful flexibility when it comes to framing, while the EVF is as sharp here as on the A7S. If you want a high-spec full-frame powerhouse and don't mind paying for it, the A7RV is a serious step up from its predecessor. But if you can afford the best glass, want to shoot slow-mo 4K video, or simply don't need such high resolution, you might find better value in the A7IV. Number 2. Canon EOS R10. There are cheaper mirrorless camera for beginners, but none that can match the versatility of the Canon EOS R10. From our tests, 2 features set the Canon EOS R10 apart for learners. its 15 fps burst shooting rate, and powerful subject tracking autofocus, which operates across 651 AF points. These two features combine to make the R10 a fantastic performer in a range of scenarios, particularly when subjects are fast-moving. We found it particularly good at tracking the eyes of subjects. It's not a perfect camera for beginners. We found the EVF a little small and also noted the lack of image stabilization, a feature which is offered on rivals like the Olympus OMD EM10 Mark IV below. Then again, we also found that the R10's low weight and deep grip make it a forgiving camera for novices to use. We also noted positively in our review the helpful presence of an AF joystick. The only major drawback is the lack of native lenses currently available for Canon's RF mount. In all other respects, the R10 is a versatile option for photographers getting started. Number 1. Sony A7 IV. The Sony A7 IV is a truly modern hybrid camera. It's overkill for beginners and more expensive than its stills-focused competition, but it's also a versatile workhorse for anyone who wants to shoot a mixture of photos and video. In our tests, we found the A7 IV to have class-leading autofocus skills. Although Sony has since launched the pricier A7RV with its new eye autofocus chip and improved subject detection, its buffer depth proves seemingly endless as well, meaning the camera can almost indefinitely maintain its maximum burst speeds. When using a CF Express card, it swallowed 9 EPS for over a minute or 6-7 EPS when continuously shooting RAW. The A7 IV's new 33MP full-frame sensor doesn't dramatically improve image quality over the A7 ILE. The higher resolution also means fairly prevalent noise above ISO 6400, and there's a heavy crop on 4K footage. A price bump means it no longer occupies the same entry-level price bracket as its popular predecessor either, but upgrades like 10-bit video and a Bions XR processor make it a much more powerful option. As a complete package, the Sony A7 IV is a solid all-rounder, which could be the only mirrorless camera you'll ever need. The Sony A7 IV is the best hybrid mirrorless camera you can buy right now. A truly modern all-rounder that largely justifies its price tag, it packs class-leading autofocus, impressive image quality, and powerful video features into one versatile body. Dedicated street or sports photographers should look elsewhere, and it isn't the fastest shooter in its class. But for everyone else, the A7 IV is a rock-solid all-rounder with few glaring weaknesses. It might be the only camera you ever need. History would tell us that the Sony A7 IV, announced in October 2021, could be updated with a 5th-gen model at the end of 2024, Sony's typical 3-year product cycle for this line of mirrorless camera. Of course, we don't know that for sure, and until a potential successor comes, the A7 IV remains one of the best mirrorless cameras around for the money. Leading retailers are selling the A7 IV for closer to $2,000, £2,000 $3,500, and for that price, you're still getting superb autofocus performance, although the pricier Sony A7RV stepped things up with an eye autofocus chip and improved subject detection.